Greg Galitzine for the TMC Newsroom. We're here at CTIA, and we're visiting today with Omnilink and representative of the National Alzheimer's Association. From Omnilink, we have Steve Hudson, and from the National Alzheimer's Association, Beth Kallmyer. Welcome.
Thank you.
So, Steve, just to get us started, tell us a little bit about what Omnilink does and who you are and what you do.
Sure. So I run strategy and business development for Omnilink, and we've been known as a leader in the monitoring of location-based service applications for persons and things of value. And that could be anything from persons at risk or persons of interest, as well as high-value assets that tend to have legs.
Sure.
And so we provide an end-to-end solution for the monitoring and management of those different situations.
Okay. So, Beth, tell me, how is it that the National Alzheimer's Association has come to partner with Omnilink, or how are you working together?
We're working together because one of the problems with Alzheimer's disease, which is now affecting 5.3 million people in this country, is that people are prone to wander or get lost, because as the disease progresses, memory and thinking and judgment's impacted, and then people can get lost in very familiar environments and get turned around, and it can end up being a very critical situation. 50% of the people that aren't found within 24 hours suffer serious injury or death.
Wow.
So we need to find ways to help families, keep people in the community, allow them to be active, live safely, age safely, but also take a proactive way to help manage what's going on with that person and be able to monitor and track and maybe locate if somebody's left a certain area. They can then locate that person and make sure that they're okay.
Okay. So what sort of triggers would initiate a call, or how would you know if it's an emergency situation? Is it a person, an Alzheimer's patient, would wander beyond a certain area, or they'd be gone for a certain amount of time? What sort of things?
Well, good question, and I think part of what we want to do here is to not necessarily talk about emergency situations. We want to help the families be proactive so that they can get a sense of where that person is every day and what are they doing and what's their daily routine when maybe the caregiver's not there, or potentially the caregiver lives in another state or across the country.
Right.
That's the reality. So, but in terms of the software platform, people will be able to set up zones, safe zones.
Okay.
And those zones can change as the disease progresses. Early in the disease, the zone would be larger, and then it might include an entire community that the person could move freely about and still be driving and whatnot.
Right.
And as the disease progresses, that zone is likely to get smaller. And then the family's notified when somebody leaves that zone.
Okay, great. So, Steve, how's the practical deployment of such a solution? What are the elements that would be involved?
Sure, and to kind of boil it down, you typically have a device or a set of devices that are options for the caregiver to choose. You have a network of ways to send that information from the device back to our application, and you have a set of notifications and alerts in the event there's a situation that occurs, that wandering or otherwise, that you want the caregiver to know about. We have created a scenario where you could use a monitoring center as well, which we'll deploy, so that when the caregiver who is trying to set up the rules and notifications doesn't perhaps feel comfortable dealing with a particular alert, they can escalate that to a 24/7 call center that is already in place with a program that the association's rolled out. And they can assist the caregiver not only in the emergency, but in the setup and management of the platform.
Okay.
And really what we've done is created a very open environment. The devices of choice will be there for what Beth mentioned with the different stages of the disease. And what we're happy to announce here today is at the Qualcomm booth, I think it's 6945.
Right.
We'd love people to go see a demo of the application that we're rolling out. And it showcases a implementation of a Qualcomm and Geo tracking platform.
Okay.
And quite frankly, that has helped solve, as a platform, challenges typically with portable devices, with size, form factor, long battery life, and cost. And I think the Qualcomm product is a great example of a solution that we're going to roll out, among others, for the caregivers to make decisions.
Excellent. Well, I think it's a wonderful example of using technology to really have to create a benefit to a community and to a family, and down to the individual level.
Yeah.
And it's just a wonderful example of using this sort of mobile technology to do that. So excellent.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Beth. Thank you, Steve.
Sure.
Thank you.
For the TMC Newsroom, this is Greg Galitzine. Thank you.